Hi, I'm John Greaves III, founder of Garage Gym Life, and our YouTube channel is all about helping you be successful as you pursue your fitness goals at home. And today, we're going to do a do-it-yourself video for you, where I'm going to show you how to do a do-it-yourself tire sled. Reasons I'm doing that are, number one, this tire sled has seen better days. You can see it's kind of chewed up here, so it's time for me to change it out. We've had it for about 5 years. And also, I wanted to show you a variation that I prefer over some of the other do-it-yourself tire sled videos that you see out there. So what I'm going to do is take the bolts out of this one and go to my new one, which is over there on my desk, and then we'll get started. While I do all that, you watch this. Alright, so we are all set. I'm using my desk as a table. For me, it's easiest because if I have the tire roughly around chest high, and that's just so I can get enough pressure on it, and you'll see why in a second. Okay, so for this you're going to need some sort of drill, and then to begin the hole you need to create a pilot hole, and I am just using a small 3/16 drill bit. And then we're going to follow that up with a 3/4 inch paddle bit. These are both available at any hardware store. Okay. So I've already got a hole right here. Okay, and you guys can see if you weren't aware, but tires have steel inside them. All right, steel belted radial tire. So that's why you need to use a small drill bit to create your pilot hole. And once you've done that, then we're going to drill the other side. Okay, and for that you're going to need some sort of string. I'm going to use a jump rope. And you're like, but John, what do you need a jump rope for? Because you need to make sure that the hole you drill is opposite to the hole you've already drilled, and then you also want to make sure that it's at the same height. So what I do is I just take this, put it right here, bisecting the hole. I go to the other side, put it right here, bisecting the hole. And I can see that my hole here, I can count in the treads, the grooves. It's boom, boom, boom right there. And I just got to do the same thing on the other side. So, we go here, here, and we need to go into the smooth part. So that's it. Make sure we're directly across from it. And there we go. And this is where we're going to be drilling this hole. So, got my finger there. Remember where I was? Okay, good. Now I'm going to double check to make sure that this hole is in the right spot. And yeah, we're good to go. Alright, so now you don't need the jump rope anymore. So you put that aside. I'm going to turn the desk back around and then turn the tire around till I find my pilot hole. Find a little mark. Boom, right there. All right. All right. Move that just so I can see. Okay. Turn this on. And this is what I meant by being able to apply pressure, because now the tire is between me and the power rack, so it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, pilot hole's done. Time for the paddle bit. When you're doing this, little pieces of metal are going to come out of this because, well, there's metal in there. So just make sure that, especially if you're doing this without safety glasses like I am, don't tell OSHA, that you keep your face back so you don't get something unpleasant in your eye. also might see sparks. Don't let that panic you. I feel like I betrayed you and misled you because I promised you sparks and there weren't any sparks. Sorry. Alright, we drilled through. Now for the exciting part. And for somebody who doesn't really like do-it-yourself projects, for me that means the part where you're almost done. So, I've got my eye bolts here. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but you see like the little threads from the metal. You want to make sure, first you want to make sure you don't poke yourself, but you want to make sure that you push your bolt all the way through, but these threads are going to actually help you retain the bolts in there because there, nice and snug. What you don't want is to be hauling away merrily on your tire sled and then turn around and you feel like you got stronger when actually what happened is you kept going and the tire sled stayed where it was. Alright, so now the beauty of this is because those threads is not going to go anywhere, so now I can tilt this up so you can see that all I'm doing is tightening this down. Alright, so I finger tighten that, and then what I'm going to do is come around with a ratchet and socket. So we've got the eye bolts in. It doesn't really matter if they're both facing the same way, but I'm probably going to go back and fix it so that they're both vertical. But it really doesn't matter because all you got to do then is just put a carabiner in there and you're ready to drag this thing. As for why I put eye bolts in both sides, it's because it just makes it easier because we've got a 65-foot pulling area, so sometimes we'll use like the sled for rows, and it's just annoying if you've got to like walk all the way around to the other side to go the other way. Instead, all we got to do is just take the chain off of here, put it to this side, and pull it back the way we came. So the way this works, you take your tire and you put your 45-pound plate right inside there. And what I love about this is it is loadable. So let's say I'm able to do a 45-pound plate and maybe a 5, right? Let's say I'm working with somebody else. And so they can do a 45 and a 5-pound plate, whereas I can handle 2 45-pound plates. This is perfect if you're training with your kids or something like that. I love that this is stackable. And this is what I prefer about this design over some of the other ones that you see. Because some of the other ones that you see would have you just stop, you put the eye bolts in, and then you stack your 45-pound plate on top of the tire. But that's hard to load because if I take this and set it on here, yeah, it works great until I hit a bump or something like that. Then this is just going to go flying right off. Alright, ask me how I know, because this happened. So if you have a tire that doesn't happen to have the opening big enough for you to get your 45-pound plate inside it, you do what I did with this one, with my old one. I took a Sawzall and I just cut an opening on one side so I can load that one as well. But this time around when I was making it, I remembered the problem I had before, and so I just chose a tire that like a low profile tire so that the opening was a little bit wider, and it works great. Like I said, I've had that one for probably 5 years and it just started to split, so it was time for us to switch to a new one. We've loaded this up with 4 45-pound plates at one, so 180 pounds at a time. And what I like about tire sleds as opposed to the metal sled, even though I've got a metal sled as well, is if you're the kind of person that likes to do like early morning Saturday workouts or just work out in the morning during the week, A tire sled is a lot more user-friendly for your neighbors because they're not as excited about you getting out there and chasing your fitness goals and them having to hear that metal grinding on the pavement as you might be. So it's just a little bit quieter, a little bit better, even though you are not able to push a tire sled. So there's that drawback, but I just like it because it gives me some options. Alright, so that's it. Hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Hope it was helpful and useful for you. If you have ideas for other do-it-yourself videos that you'd like to see us tackle, shoot an email to garagegamelifelc@gmail.com or just put a comment in the comment section. Just keep in mind that the videos that we like to do are videos that are simple enough for anybody to do. I leave the complicated stuff to some of the other home gym channels here on YouTube because that's just not in my wheelhouse. I prefer to keep it simple and accessible to everyone. Hope you guys like this, and if you did like this video, please click the like button, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Have a great day.